Do you know what time it is?
It's clobbering time!
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to J Hood Creative.
Everyone, I don't see anybody.
I'll get to that in a minute. I'm J Hood. This is Coach Vic.
Sweet.
This guy way over here is
Yeah,
Al Shell. And
gotta keep changing screens.
yeah, your color's kind of shifting in it. That's weird.
Yeah, it's because I don't have my regular camera.
First world problems.
Yeah, it is. Even though we're in a third world.
So when I set the stream up, this is the J Hood Makes Excuses part of the show. When I set the stream up this week, StreamYard was having some problems, so I accidentally set this as a private stream. So that's why this didn't show up in your feed if you were looking for it. And hopefully we'll get some live audience members popping in as they discover that we truly are here talking about this disaster of a year we had.
Hey, this is apropos. This is perfect for the show. I'm telling you.
I was just going to say to the viewers out here, tell us how many viewers we have.
Yep. We need Bailey on the viewer account to have the zero big goose egg for the live audience.
Yeah, I love goose eggs.
So here we are, 2020.
Like here we are.
Everybody wave at the camera.
Face to face. A couple of silver spoons.
Color, not color. What color? Maybe if I turn on a light, let's see what happens there. Now I look like it's nighttime here.
You're glowing, yeah.
You know, the nighttime.
This is the right time. All right, so it's the end of 2020, J Hood and Vic. What did we do this year that was worth talking about?
We did this.
Oh,
We had comic book clobberin time. I thought that was pretty good.
So
this is
I started my YouTube channel back in, I want to say August or September of 2019. So this was the first full year for me.
Oh.
And
without me,
yeah, without the star of the show. So
Vic was with you the whole time, wasn't it?
no, well, he was kind of in the background for a while. I don't think he actually started really showing his face until after you came on. He's kind of jealous.
Yeah. Competition.
I was all for Vic being on TV with the camera. I was like, wait, why? We're talking to this person off camera. People are going to want to know Coach Vic.
It works great for radio.
Yep. Just started
Look at my camera keeps changing lighting, so I'll agree with that on me. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see what happens here, and then it won't change lighting. I don't know.
That was all right.
I was hoping for some natural lighting from the sun, but you know, it's December. What are we doing?
So I was thinking, maybe I'd like just chronologically work through the year, and I didn't get that prepared. So we ain't doing that.
Okay, so what happened at the beginning of the year is we woke up, and then we got up, and then we got out of bed, and then we walked into the kitchen, and then we went to the bathroom first, and then we flushed the toilet, and then we washed our hands. Oh, you gonna let me keep going?
No.
I was doing a J Hood explanation.
The first notable thing that I did this year on YouTube was I joined Comic Cat 84 for a special where we talked about what are our collecting goals, what are the books that we are going to go after this year. And I picked 9 books. I did really well. The one thing I didn't talk about was like a backup list of other things I was interested in, but they weren't cracking that top 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
I did all right with those too.
Oh, okay.
So
So what did you get then?
So okay, well let's run this down real quick.
Good morning, Gore Vidal.
Gore Vidal, thanks for stopping in, man. We were hungry for a live audience member. Please don't go away. Let's see here. My 2020 hot list.
Oh wow! Let's look at everybody. What is
I'll
this?
try this trick. We'll see if it works.
No.
Wow, we're orange all of a sudden.
Aren't you supposed to put something behind it?
Oh my goodness! Come on, Jamie.
Oh,
Okay, so that obviously didn't work.
Yeah. Welcome to Clobberin time.
My 2020 hunt list. These were the 9 books that I put on my list. Let's just show them.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell, show, right?
don't talk about it, be about it. That's how we roll.
Okay. So
How many more
pick the
cliches
order.
can you bust out?
But I'll try and be as dramatic as possible.
Oh, please.
Let's see. We had 2001, number 8.
I got that one.
I know you do.
I got that.
I had just picked up the rest of this run on the cheap and was just missing the one key and got it at the affordable price I like to pay.
That means less than $40. That's its ouchie price.
Mm. Yeah, see, even Gar says he can't make it out. You're trying to show us, like, hey, let me show you my thing here. Look.
Ooh.
You got the X-Men number 28 was the first appearance of Banshee. I had a low grade copy and wanted to upgrade to at least a mid grade. I was able to do that. I still need to clean up that staple.
I'll tell you what I got. Look at these. I got Soundwave. Look how cool he is.
Can I go first?
No.
X-Men number 19, first appearance of Mimic.
Mimic.
Oh,
Mimic. The guy with the
Yeah.
powers of all the other X-Men.
I got him too.
Well, that does make me about to mimic you for a while. Not funny at all.
This was part of a AOK salvo the Comic Kid 84 and I had. I sent him some stuff and he sent me this back.
Mm-hmm.
Nice mid-grade copy of Fantastic 455 with the epic battle between the Thing and Silver Surfer.
You're mid-grade.
They both walked away friends. I don't know how friendly they were, but they both walked away. This is a more recent pickup. I had picked one up earlier in the year and I didn't like the grade, so I got rid of that one. Got a nice one. And then a bigger book in stature, but not necessarily a bigger key. It's a 2001 A Space Odyssey Treasury Edition.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
There you go. And then these two were the bigger keys that I got.
Ooh.
First appearance or first cameo of Darkseid, whichever you like. Got that recently. And then, of course, the other big AOK. I got several AOKs this year, but this was probably the grandest, I guess. Not to discount the others I got. But when you get a Green Lantern 76 slab, it's head and shoulders above the rest. Thanks a lot to Man Cave for that one. And when he sent me this, the whole thing was, okay, would I leave it in the slab or would I take it out? And I've been debating about it. And the one book on my list that I didn't get this year, it was Giant Size X-Men 1. And that has always been contingent on me selling a piece of artwork. So wasn't able to get that done to this point. So when I think when I go to get that Giant Size X-Men 1, and I'm into a Fantastic 448, that'll be my next big goal book after that one.
Which one is that?
The first appearance of Galactus
Okay.
and Silver Surfer.
I got both of those.
So if I buy those slabbed, I'm gonna leave this in the slab. If I buy them raw, I'm gonna crack this one because
Going in raw, huh?
I'm not gonna just walk around with
You raw dogging it?
one slab in my collection, one oddball.
Oh, so this is the first in that series.
It's the first of the Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil run on Green Lantern. Yeah.
Green Lantern, Green Arrow story begins.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it's considered the dawn of the Bronze Age.
Okay.
It's kind of debatable. Is it Jack Kirby leaving Marvel, or is it Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil starting on Green Arrow or Green Lantern, Green Arrow?
Huh.
Hey, there's Ranging Vigilante. Good to see you. So what'd you pick up, Al? What'd you get this year?
What I get? I didn't buy anything this year. I don't have nothing to show. Oh, hey. What I bought was toys. But I don't have them with me.
What were the ones that you were so rudely interrupting me with?
Oh, was I rudely interrupting or saving the show? I was just showing you my pops I bought. I got more pop vinyl, see? I'm going to build a house out of it.
24% off sale?
So you got the Hamburglar, and you wouldn't let me play my Hamburglar intro.
I got his buddy. I got this boss.
Did you get those on sale this week at Buy Me Toys?
Are they on sale?
Yeah, they're in the sale. It was 24. I think it's going to do it again at 24% off.
Oh, good. I got ripped off then. Thank you for letting me know that.
It's 24 days of Christmas, man.
I got Stretch Armstrong.
I had the real Stretch Armstrong and his green alien
villain.
Yeah.
Who didn't have a Stretch Armstrong?
Okay, I'm not that special.
No.
What are you doing with that Stretch Armstrong?
How far did you stretch yours?
I didn't break it.
That's good to know.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only person that didn't.
I mean,
the temptation is real.
Are we talking about Stretch Armstrong or are we talking about something else?
Stretch Armstrong.
I unison. That's the best. That's what your mom knock on the door. What you got? What are you doing? I blame Stretch Armstrong. Don't come in here. He's really tight right now. He's ready to pop. Don't be coming in here. Stretch Armstrong and his green monster. They're real stretchy.
I just don't know this guy.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Ooh.
So
this is the year ender. This is the year end. I'm letting it all out.
You okay, Victor, your turn. What was your biggest pickup this year?
Something from Boom Studio.
I would say the milestone book that I got from Alan and Kenny.
Yep.
Or Comic 84. I really like those books. They're probably some of the favorite things I got. Let's see. Well, the Bishop series I got from Hilarity, I like that.
Well, the X-Men keys with Bishop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
And according with everything Boom. but see, now this upcoming year, I'm ready. I'm going to put together a list of 10 books that I'm going to try to get in the next 365.
So, like I said, this is the first year that I've done that, where I had a specific list of books I was going for. Generally, I just have this long running list with no
goal date,
no priority of one thing over another.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of as the wind takes, carries me along. Where I find the deal,
mm-hmm.
maybe the one thing I find.
So you're chasing after the wind. Use the scripture.
Okay, I'll go with yes.
Oh, I got my favorite thing of the year, comic book wise. I don't have it with me, but it's Dead Earth. Wonder Woman Dead Earth was probably the best that I got this year. Hands down, the story was fun, and the artwork. I love the artwork, and I suggest it every time I'm on here. And of course, you don't buy it because you're snobs.
Incorrect. I did check at Buy Me Toys, and they had nothing in stock on it.
Well, guess what? They have it in hardcover now. You can get it.
Okay, well, there you go. I'll have to go get it now.
Go get
I've
it.
got no more excuses.
Go get it. Well, that's all you have. There's a bunch of excuses.
and you know what?
Oh,
That's
it's
their,
true. I broke down.
hardcover sale today, I think.
True. 40% off hardcovers and trade paperbacks at Buy Me Toys today.
Well, you go get it then. Turn it. Go now. Me and Vic will do the rest of the show.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Woohoo! Finally, I get to take over again.
Um,
I should just
Yeah,
leave
no.
here. Nobody comes here for me.
but really, any of the books I've read this year, including the Three Jokers, which everybody loves, I have to say that the Dead Earth's Wonder Woman was I don't know, I enjoyed it the most.
I'm just going to put this out there. I didn't love the Three Jokers.
You didn't?
No.
Why not?
Part because I didn't read it, but
You know what I really hate is that thing I didn't even read. I used to say that we have a buddy named Andy Jewett, and I'd be like, I don't know if I was down in Harry Potter or something, like, I don't like Harry. It's like, well, if you've ever seen it, I'm like, no. Have you ever read the book? No. It's like, how can you have an opinion on it? I'm just like, oh, you're right. I'm just hating to hate. So until you read it, you know.
I didn't really love it.
Did you try to read it?
No, I was going to say that for next year.
Okay.
I got a stack of books I'm really catching up on here. Okay.
Are you reading your books?
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
It's almost like an intervention here.
Probably all
reading my
studio books. Boo!
Actually, my plan is today I was going to read Strange Adventures 6 and 7.
That's not what you told me earlier. That's not what your plan at all was today.
And then I was
Hey,
going
we gotta bring back
7 Secrets.
for the Three Jokers that we got to bring back. I plead the Vic.
At halftime and during timeouts of the football games.
Oh, bingo.
Because I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Notre Dame is going to beat Clemson today. Be ranked number 1 in the country tomorrow.
I sure hope so.
This country?
This country.
No one's doing anything.
And then we're going to make Jamie upset. Jamie's dad.
There'll be asterisks on
I'll
everything.
roll over them Tide.
This year might be the year to beat Alabama. So, okay. So, Coach Vic, what was your favorite read this year?
Ooh, see. And it's weird because I like stuff that I would normally like. Like, I really like the Avengers story that I read. But two things.
That was the one that's like where they explored the Khonshu.
Yeah, Khonshu.
Moon
Knight series, yeah, which ends up in like, what's the Phoenix called?
The Phoenix.
Oh, the Phoenix. and then I really like these two smaller series, limited run series, except for, I'll explain that in a second. One was called Wicked Things by Boom, and actually it was a sort of a spinoff of another series they did a couple of years ago. So it was like a detective series, and I like detective stuff. It was comedy, detective, and I really enjoyed it. And then there's another one called Finger Guns that I like. A little less there's comedy in that still, but they both said they're like limited 4-issue series, 4-issue run or whatnot. But they're both left you with cliffhangers.
This means we'll do a sequel run.
Yeah, and they both promise we'll be back with the rest of the story. And I'm like, okay. But I really like both of those. And of course, Once and Future is just going strong. Entertaining. 3 words for you. Entertaining. 4 words, my bad.
I mean, going back to your point about having a mini series and ending it on a cliffhanger is, especially for a new reader like you, that's got to be incredibly aggravating. I mean, guys like me, I'm used to it, and I know I'll be here a year from now. I'll come back and I'll buy the sequel or whatever. But it can't be that satisfying.
Well, the worst part to me is, so like with most stories, I guess you have like the A storyline, which is the main story, and the B story, right? Mm-hmm. They wrapped up the B story, And the A story is just kind of like hanging out there. Like, so this detective, she was framed for murdering this guy, right? Well, but the guy was in a coma. But they couldn't arrest her because they had no proof that she did it. But they didn't want to let her go because they felt like she might have did it. So they ended up letting her be a special consultant to the police department. This is England, of course. And so they wrap all the other stories up. But then the guy comes out of a coma. He's like, she didn't do it, but you need to help me I need your help to find the killer. And then he dies. And then they're like, yeah.
Who dies? The killer or the guy that was in the coma? Pronouns.
Who died?
The guy that was in the coma died.
Okay.
After he said that Brody didn't do it.
And which book was this?
Wicked Things.
Okay.
But I was entertained.
Spoiler alert, folks.
I was entertained.
Gore's like you, Al. Well, was it you or was it Andy that wasn't interested in?
No, it wasn't. It was me, and then Andy told me to shut up because I haven't done or read anything.
Oh, well, first of all, the Harry Potter books are amazing.
Good morning, Discovery Bay. Good to see you.
Good morning, Discovery Bay.
Yeah, Frank Jim Vigilante's not a fan of Harry Potter either.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm not like ripping on Harry Potter. I let everybody enjoy what they like.
I'll put it out there. I appreciate it for what it is, but I respect the work, but I'm not a fan either. I'm not rushing out to see the book. I'm not going to see the book, read the movies.
I think I told y'all about the time I was at summer camp with my youth group for church at West Palm Beach, Florida. We did it big time. And on the beach, you had all these kids walking around with the big, thick Harry Potter books. I think it was like 5 or 6, and their Bibles. And it was just the funniest thing. All these kids walking around, carrying Harry Potter in their Bibles. And these are big books, too. I was just like, that's what it's about, y'all. That's what it's about. That's ministry. That's ministry. Oh, and Finger Guns had a weird conclusion, but it's still like, they sort of resolved the story, but the girl broke her finger at the end. How's she going to do?
Gotcha.
But you have 3 finger guns.
The premise of that was intriguing. I didn't pick it up, though.
I'll let you borrow it for.
The reason I didn't give King and Black a chance is that Absolute Carnage didn't have a proper conclusion, and you needed to get a Venom book to get the ending. And along those lines, I'm not a Venom fan. I'm not that much of a Spider-Man reader, but I thought, okay, I'll give King and I'm becoming a Donny Cates fan, so I thought I'll give King and Black a chance and see is Marvel capable of containing a good story within the event miniseries and not have any other books be required reading.
Okay.
So I'm not picking up Venom. I'm not picking up anything else that has to do with it.
Like the Immortal Hulk.
So you don't buy DC at all, then?
The only DC I've bought this year is the Batman regular series. That's
and you had to buy all of them.
I take that back. I've gotten Strange Adventures and things like that.
Yeah.
I tried the Rorschach miniseries, didn't like it.
Strange Adventures.
Good morning, Jeff Schultz.
So yeah,
is that Chicago Schultz?
That's Chicago Schultz. One love from Chicago.
By the way, my sister wants to go to this place in Chicago called Beatrix and get a caramel pie. Or
you had me at caramel.
That's what I said to her.
All right, but okay, Jay Hood, what was your favorite read? My favorite read.
Hey Hood, what was your favorite read?
There are 2 books of note. One of them is my reading has definitely shifted from DC and Marvel to Indies.
You heard that too, Al?
What? Did I cuss?
This, like you said, shift.
Okay.
So from DC and Marvel.
I'm getting more into indies. So that's what I'm buying new. So one of them is, I can see it.
Oh, you
can't see it.
You live here.
So, in my opinion, this is the book that we need right now. I mean, I read it and I'm like, yeah, this definitely fits our time and era, and kind of the year of crap we've all had to deal with. It's got some fun elements. It's also got some kind of horrific elements to it too. So it's interesting. I don't want to spoil it. Pick it up in trade if you haven't started, because
Aftershock.
Yep. So that's one book, and the other book is a book I've read before, and
no.
I'm gonna name drop it again. Stray Bullets. I'm still only halfway through my reread.
Does that still exist? Are they still putting those out, or is it just like you're behind on comics?
There was like an 18-month hiatus between the last two issues, and the kind of the last issue. The storyline came out this year, and now we don't know when we're going to get more.
Well, there's one independent storyline you've been reading faithfully. Something's killing the children.
And I like it. I'm not going to rank it as one of my favorites of the year.
Well, that's the question. So if it's not, I guess it doesn't have to be your favorite. Well, how good does it have to be for you to keep reading it?
If I have to judge the stuff I buy new by this is how long does it sit in my read pile?
Oh, okay. And
sometimes, I just get busy and I can't read the comics that I bought. So, but if there's stuff in my read pile right now, then I'm like, I got to make time to read that. Those are the books that I continue to buy. And I just kind of take note of, okay, what settles to the bottom. And sometimes it's a matter of, I'm just waiting for a couple issues to pile up before I read them. Something is Killing the Children. I'm critical of that one, mainly because it's a really fast read as a floppy, as a monthly, which is unusual for James Tynion because most of his stuff takes a while to read. Okay, James Tynion, whatever.
Get it right. Yeah.
Most of his stuff it's reedy. It takes you a while to get through it, including the Batman stuff. So I'm not sure why it is with that one. The pacing on it's just really fast. You get like 15 minutes worth of chronological story in an issue.
Okay.
So, hey, Southern Comic Geek, thanks for stopping in this morning, man. Saga going on a 3-year hiatus. Yeah.
Well, you get to catch up.
Southern Comic Geek getting in on the Barry Windsor Smith Conan stuff. That's good stuff right there. Okay, let's see what other.
So 2020 is done, right? We got another couple weeks.
Yeah.
What 2021?
It ain't done across the goal line.
Keep going.
My bad. Keep going.
What? Cat was messing around. Anyways, what are you gonna do in 2021? What's coming to your channel in 2021? Why are people gonna look into this in 2021?
We're not there yet. We're still on 2020.
Oh man, come on. Everybody's out there planning what they're doing. They already got their stuff ready for 2020.
He didn't say he didn't have anything planned. He just said we're trying to knock out this year first.
So what? Okay, Al, what's the favorite thing that we did on this chat for you that we did on this channel this year on one of our shows?
I like the pop quiz. I love the pop quizzes, but no one else did.
I don't think that we didn't like them. I think the segment just ended up taking longer than I thought it should.
Yeah. I mean, apparently it made me a legend in the community.
Coach Vic's got all the knowledge.
Yeah.
What about you, Coach Vic? What was your favorite thing we did?
I hate to say it's out loud, but when Nick didn't show up and Al educated us on Forever People.
Oh, and I finished it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I didn't. Yeah, the finishing of that is like, oh, okay. I didn't know they. That's why you don't see them around anymore. They're kind of.
So he wrapped up the storyline then?
Yeah, he did. And if anybody does any more stuff with those characters, well, you should be working on them.
They're lying.
But I'm sure they popped up somewhere. That's my problem with. I don't want to get into more Kirby talk. Kirby talk. The stuff that people have done after with him, even though I like the John Byrne stuff, the Fourth World stuff, I thought it was great how he kind of showed Darkseid and Infinity Man's origin story. But I don't know. I think that's the closest you're gonna get from someone that didn't like Kirby. But I'm talking the movies that are supposed to come out. Everything. I'm just like I don't think they're gonna get this because it's all the movies gonna be off of. I think like Neil Gaiman didn't he do a New Gods thing or he did it?
That was Eternals.
Someone
Neil
did a New
Gaiman?
Gods thing where he basically put them on Earth.
Oh yeah, I saw him on Big Bang Theory.
But that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do Kirby stuff's gonna be in the background. It's gonna be the spring where everything evolved from. But the stuff they're going to do isn't going to be the pure Kirbiness. And it's going to just be it's going to be Thor. The first Thor where I'm on Earth, I don't have my powers. And I'm walking around here. Even though that's Orion when he came to Earth and Mr. Miracle when he came to Earth.
I think that's what Eternals is going to be.
Yeah, but I think that's what they're going to do with New Gods because when it comes to DC and Marvel, they do the same thing. They kind of like, oh, I already had that in the works. Wink, wink.
Is it New Gods the DC thing?
Huh?
New Gods the DC book?
Yeah.
The forever people.
Okay.
And
well, this is the perfect segue for what I've been thinking all week now. DC needs to find their Kevin Feige. And I've found him. It's Jeff Johns.
He already took a big boom, dude. They already dropped him on the wayside. They already had him and went, oops.
He does Stargirl. He produces Stargirl.
Yeah. Well,
so here's what the history is. He was promoted within Warner Brothers to be kind of the liaison between DC Comics and the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And he played a pivotal role in getting Aquaman done and the first Wonder Woman movie done.
Well, he's got to take all the blame. He did Green Lantern. He got Green Lantern done.
Ooh.
He got he was in all the he had hands and all that stuff.
His downfall was all over the Justice League. When they went back and redid Justice League, his hands were mixed in it, and when that failed, they just kind of cut everybody that was involved. Except for Snyder.
Snyder. He already cut him, and then they brought him back. So,
okay,
Jeff Johns, the Golden Boy, better just stick to comic books because.
Except for Stargirl is great.
He truly does understand the characters. He has a passion for them. Not every
Stargirl.
He invented the character.
Wow.
Not every comic fan and reader is a big fan of his, and I'm a little bit hit or miss on someone's work, but he definitely does respect the source material. And you're right, he would be the perfect guy for them to put in place, but because of what's happened in the past, it's not going to happen.
Then Greg Berlanti.
But he's a Star Wars guy. No, I was confused with the Star Wars guy. You're talking about the TV guy.
Yeah.
One of the things I've heard about both of these guys being mentioned in that kind of role is that they're not business oriented enough.
Oh, okay.
That
they don't know how to play the game.
Right.
He's too much of a comic book guy. You got to have somebody that, like Feige, he was working on like everything for a long time. He was in the background. He didn't, he wasn't always the main go-to. But then they noticed him, like, oh well, he's good at working the angles.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just pull like Jeff Johns off of like, oh, he did Blackest Night. That was great. He did all these great comics, and then let's put him on here. Oh, he's got Ray Fisher don't like him. Oh, okay, well, that's what happens, man. I don't know.
You know what? I ain't too much of a fan of Ray Fisher. I like
not
they had on Smallville.
He was on Smallville?
No, they had a different guy.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem. And then it's like, my problem with the Cyborg character is that he's a perfect Teen Titans character. And then you just take him out of that, and it's just like, well, wait a minute. His heart and soul is his friends and stuff. And
I think they're spreading him really thin because they have him in the Teen Titans show. He's
Not yet.
He's not in Teen Titans. Well, they put him in Doom Patrol, so maybe they won't put
Oh,
him.
he's in Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
I'm getting started on Teen Titans. That's my Harry Potter. I haven't watched it.
I haven't
I've read the old books.
Yeah.
I don't watch it. It
Titans is
looks
great.
like hot garbage.
I've heard it's good. I've not watched it.
Look, I can hook you up with HBO Max.
So, Jay Hood, what was your favorite episode we did this year?
What was your
Oh,
favorite
yeah, episodes?
My favorite read was Stray Bullet.
Oh yeah, Stray Bullets.
Favorite thing we did on the show this year was bring Al in.
That was this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You've been going at it for like 9 months or so, I think.
Sorry, bro. You need to apologize to Coach Vic. That's what you should be
You were on
apologizing.
like 3 times and then COVID hit.
Yeah, okay. So it was pretty early. It was pretty, yeah.
So you touched on it earlier about your favorite thing was when he kind of was able to bring the conversation back around to the forever people and stuff like that. And it's those kind of conversations that I want to be able to have on this show. And I'm trying to find ways of having more of them where we talk about not necessarily more obscure comics or subjects, but things that I think need more exposure that people don't usually talk about, that we have some knowledge of, some history with, that we can talk about them, verbalize the strengths and weaknesses of the material and things like that.
Kind of like how Terry Huddleston related everything to Rocky 3.
Exactly. I want to find more ways of putting, what do you call them? There you go, old age for you.
Movies, comic books.
No, where you compare one thing to another.
Analogies.
Analogies. We need more analogies on this show.
I give them all the time. What are you talking about?
Is that what you call it?
Hey, if you guys don't understand them, that's not my problem. So what you want to do? A book of the when we read a book, and then when the next party we discuss that book, like comic book. Like, what'd you think of Forever People? And then you're like, I didn't read it.
We could get that specific, but I'm not sure that's what I want to do on this show.
Of course not. You got so many other shows you need to do it on.
No, I have something. So
Other show?
last week, a lot of my favorite things kind of converged into one thing, and I was happy yet upset. So Reggie Hudlin from St. Louis, Missouri. He's he's working on the Static Shock movie, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I think I found my Static Shock, except for I can't figure out if I want to be Static Shock or Miles Morales, because it's the same person. But I think Miles Morales has a better future than Static Shock. Let's just speak.
Probably.
But so Reggie Hudlin producing that movie. He produced a movie on Disney Plus called Safety, a football movie. I was in tears several times. Now, it did make me try to like Clemson and Dabo Swinney. So I'm upset for that. But it was great. And that just reminded me. So what's the best thing that came on Disney Plus this year for you? I think they had all the stuff.
Okay, so let's broaden the question. What was the best movie or TV show you watched this year?
It's still Disney Plus for me. I mean,
Okay.
It's Hamilton, of course.
I meant comic book related, but okay.
They made comic book.
Oh, so many.
I mean,
Okay, comic book
we-
related. We're gonna have to go to HBO Max and DC Titans.
okay.
Even though I'm loving Stargirl right now. But I watched those 2 seasons of DC Titans like that. I was just like, this is great.
So we were kind of robbed of the movie going experience this year, so we can't talk about the big Marvel event movies because we haven't seen those yet.
No.
I haven't even seen.
I've seen them all.
Haven't seen DC's big event movies like Wonder Woman.
Like we didn't get to see New Mutants.
Well,
I heard that's a dumpster fire.
You could watch it if you wanted to.
That's a dumpster. Hey, I'll tell you what.
Okay, so what's your favorite TV or movie that you've watched this year that's comic related?
Yeah, comic related. I like The Watchmen.
Yeah.
I thought
Really?
The Watchmen was great. Man, I like the wait, no movies. I haven't seen any. Like, wait. I think it was this year I started watching the Lone Wolf and Cub. Well, that's comic book related because they made manga off of it. So the Lone Wolf and Cub, I started watching that, and I went to where was it? I went to, and they had all the DVD. It was Barnes and Nobles, all the movies for $100, and I was like, wow, no. HBO Max actually has them, so I'm just getting an HBO Max subscription. So when I watch Wonder Woman, so I can be like, meh, and then I'm gonna watch those Lone Wolf and Cub movies,
Hey,
man.
watch all the DC shows too.
I don't do that.
They got Crunchyroll.
I don't do that. I don't do CW shows, and I'm not gonna be doing no adult Teen Titans movie show where Robin's crying every time. I'm tired of kids crying. I'm tired of effers crying, man.
Hey,
Like-
the Red Hood, the Robin takes the full heel turn and becomes Red Hood this next season.
Well, you keep me abreast of that, and then I won't watch it anyway. So that's great.
Let's see.
Jeff Schultz's favorite thing on our channel was when I did that short with the Comigories thing.
When you had Highland's tattoo on there. That was funny.
We'll see you, Jeff Schultz. Have a good day. Pope Cerebus the first to join us, and he liked the Doom Patrol.
Okay, my sister liked Doom Patrol. I need to watch it.
Gore's a fan of the Lone Wolf and Cub comics.
Yeah, they're great. The comics are great. I got a bunch of them upstairs. I got them. I think it was First Comics or something, right? Who put those up?
So,
Anyways,
I think Dark Horse adapted them.
oh no, I mean they're from the 80s or something. It might have been 80s or 90s. I just got a bunch of them upstairs. But the shows, man, the old movies, and then there's Zatoichi, I think. He's the blind samurai. I don't think that's a comic, but I loved it because he was a blind Ronin, and he was, going from town to town, and it was a Columbo plot. Okay, you had the Columbo Mercy Road plot where I'm going to go into town, and then something bad's going to happen. It was Incredible Hulk. Okay,
Gotcha.
pretty much what the Mandalorian is now. It's like I got to go to this town, something bad's going to happen. I'm going to save the day, and then I'm going to leave.
It's Kung Fu.
Sure, I mean it's the trope. It's a trope. Yeah, see, Gore's with me. Boom, First Comics, baby. Tell me, Dark Horse. Get on with yourself, Jamie. You don't even know. Don't know nothing about no Lone Wolf and Cub, man.
I know Frank Miller did the covers for the first 12 issues or something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bingo.
Yeah,
Bingo. Nice. That's
So
great.
I had to think long and hard about what I liked best that was kind of comic book related. The only thing I've kind of really kept up on, I watched the first season of The Boys. I'm not a huge fan of that. Watched all the Mandalorian, got caught up on that last night.
Did you cry?
Did you watch the post scene, the post credit scene?
Yeah.
What was it?
Did you cry?
Spoilers.
Did you
No,
cry?
I like it. I like the fact that we get a Star Wars TV show, but I'm not gonna sit here and say I love it. The last episode of the second season had. I'm not gonna say it because it would spoil things, but
It feels like fan shows.
they could have done it better. I'll just say that. So when you watch it,
Wow. Why don't you just enjoy what you got? So that's a problem with all of fandom. We don't enjoy the little things just because, that head looks like a rubber mask or something. Oh no.
So
just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
The favorite, the thing that I boiled it down to, what I like the best favorite wise as far as movies or TV that was comic related was on Netflix, DC Superhero Girls cartoon.
It's really good.
If you haven't watched it, it's got enough of like the old Warner Brothers old school flair.
Waterboards.
And the Warner sister died.
It's got slapstick humor in it. All the girls have very distinct personalities. I love their interpretation of Supergirl. And it's basically Power Girl in a Supergirl costume with Wolverine's attitude. That's what that character is.
Who?
Supergirl in this DC Superhero Girls cartoon.
Supergirl? She's got Wolverine's attitude.
Yeah, she's got the bad attitude of the bunch.
I thought Power Girl should have that.
Well, technically, it's Power Girl, but they put an S on her chest instead of a blue window.
It's not an S. It's a family crest. Ooh, but you did mention the what was the thing that you mentioned, Al, that you like? The cat, the dog, the moon, and the cow. What was it?
Mother Goose?
The show that you just mentioned that you said was a manga.
Oh, Lone Wolf and Cub.
There you go.
Yeah, everybody is busting out on Lone Wolf and Cub. They love Lone Wolf and Cub.
Well, see, because that segues into like the manga that I read this year that I liked. Okay, I only read one issue of each of these because I got one issue of each of them because I watched the shows. And that was Haiku, amazing volleyball show. Book 2. Food Wars, love Food Wars. And A Hero No Soma. It's a basketball show. Manga. I love them. High dive.
They make everything. Anime, manga stuff. It's just like I went to Barnes and Nobles the other day like a moron. And I was looking at it because I was buying for my girl. I was like, she loves manga and anime and stuff. So I was like, well, what should I get her? Like, you know. And there's so many mangas there.
Right.
And like they just like, okay, well this looks like I don't know. And a lot of it's the same to me. It just kind of I feel bad for saying that. When there's something if I'm into like I love samurai, I love post-apocalyptic books, I love armor books, I love the mech books, you know, that are just like I'm in a big robot, you know. I love those old things. I grew up on Robotech and you know even Voltron and stuff. So anything with giant robos, giant robo, there you go. And actually, hey, let's talk about artwork. I just did a reproduction of Astro Boy. That oh my goodness, I need to do more old school. I did Astro Boy. I'm going to be doing Gigantor. You remember Gigantor? He's cool. I'm just that's a question. Vic can get in on this. It doesn't necessarily have to be art, but whatever you love doing. What in 2021 are you looking to do more of? For me, I want to do more artwork and maybe actually get my own stream going so I can actually have it. I might be doing it on. So I keep saying this. I need people to get on me about it because I'm so bad at like, yeah, I'm going to do it. That's it. But I really have the every time I wake up in the morning on Sundays, like I could be doing a Sunday morning thing here. I could be doing. I mean, I used to do the Facebook Live stuff back in 2015, 16, whatever year. And I feel like I can do something with that again if I get a better camera that doesn't give me streaks. I'm actually moving real fast. That's live art. I need people to bust my chops. Like, hey, even if I'm a bad artist, you can come and talk with me, and I'll, draw St. Louis.
Well, if you need somebody to hold you accountable, I can do that.
Yeah, but you won't draw with me.
I might come on once. You can have like a rotating crew of guests.
Yeah.
So,
I'll get Vic on there. I'd rather have Vic on there than you.
well, I would too.
Oh,
Oh.
diversity matters.
How about entertaining personality matters?
Oh, yeah.
So,
I mean, really, I can't talk to myself for like hours.
Well, we could have an all Vic show where there's 3 Vics talking over.
Wait, count to mine. Season, you get through season 4 on High Dive. On HBO Max on Crunchyroll, you get season 5 subbed only.
Subbed only.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
It's only subtitles.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, Jamie, if I actually do the show,
Mhm.
a show, which, you know, I'm going to have to get you to draw on it.
I can do
It'll
that.
be a long show, so you might actually get something done.
I'll come on and draw with you, but I don't expect much because I cave under pressure, as could be seen in my last appearance on Lamer Frame. I got shut out.
The thing is,
I'm not happy with myself over that.
you finished in second place like 3 or 4 times though. Maybe 3 times.
First loser.
Well, if I was going to do something, I don't think I'm not trying to get it done. I'm not trying to get something done within an hour or something. I'm just trying to get something started.
Right.
And then go back and work on it every time, you know.
Well, I always feel like you guys should do like a video where you like, and it would have to be an edited video, I guess, where you record yourself drawing and various aspects of a project, and then put it together and just do a voice. Maybe put it together, play it live, and just have a voiceover and talk about it.
I on the last big painting I did, I did some recorded videos and kind of talked to the camera like that. And what I found was I repeated myself a lot.
Okay.
Like after each session, I would kind of do a little recording, and it was usually all about how disappointed I was and how I wasn't happy with where it was at.
Yeah, so you can't do that so well.
And I knew I just have to power through, and it would look okay by the time I was done. That's that.
You art types.
That's the inner dialogue that goes on in my head when I'm doing this stuff.
Yeah. See, no, you guys can't be solo for that stuff.
Yeah.
You need somebody uneducated like myself tell you that's amazing.
Maybe.
And it is. You just realize that, you know what? It has like 3/10 of a shade from the perfect shade of fuchsia.
Yeah, you should do a Bob Ross type thing where you're painting and
happy
accidents. All these trees.
My next painting is another flying saucer. So
well, you never did my Gene Simmons versus Godzilla picture. I'm angry.
Anybody interested in a Godzilla illustration? I have one for sale. 3 monsters on it, so let me know.
There you go.
So,
babies.
What to expect, or what are my goals or things I'd like to do in 2021? Art-wise, I did not do all that many paid illustrations this past year, and my comic book fund account is paying the price right now. So I'd like to do more of that. And then as far as the channel goes, I would like to get to the point where we do this show every other Saturday morning like we've been doing, and then do another 2 shows a month in prime time. And I've got so many different ideas, and I've talked to Coach Vic about some of them of what I'd want to do, and it's just a matter of kind of settling in on nailing down what the format of those shows is going to be and what's going to be about. We going into 2021, we're doing kind of the look back and the look forward now in this particular episode, because next episode we've got Nick Havert lined up to come and be our guest, and he promised he'd show up this time.
I got a guy booked. It's called No Show Jones.
So we need to have some backup material. No, seriously, he
Terry
offered,
said just call him up. No,
Nick offered his sincere apologies for
yeah.
not showing up.
And I'm
last
looking
time.
forward to talking to Nick too.
And then
Are you? He's make believe.
we've got another interviewee lined up for the near future. I'm not sure if it will be the second show in January or one in February. And it's John Colzar, who's another local friend of Al's and mine. That's a bit of a character and draws characters of all kinds. And I think the purpose of doing these interviews and bringing people in is just kind of inviting people into the bigger YouTube cowboy community, getting them some exposure, kind of back and forth.
At this show?
Be it
Like, hey, come on over to my corner and talk to my stuffed animals. I think you get more exposure doing that.
okay. So I just won't even try.
I'm joking, man.
I know.
With encouragement like this, we need to cut somebody loose. You know what I'm saying?
So, but on the days that we don't have interviews or guests, I do want to get more back into a more structured show for Cowboy Clobberin time, and maybe we have 2 or 3 different bits, and maybe one of them is something like pop quiz. We just find a way to kind of tighten up the time it takes to do it.
I have idea.
Okay.
A very good idea. Okay, it was something as I said earlier, where we pick a book, pick a comic series. A series, it might be a graphic novel, it might be something, and we all read it. I mean, it's like a book club of the month. Like, we all read it, and then we say what we feel or whatever, and then at the end of that, we do a pop quiz on somebody, and we each have a question to ask the other guy. And it doesn't really have to be a, I think that'd be pretty cool.
That fits in with some of the ideas I have for shows, and I honestly I didn't think you'd be up for that kind of thing, but if you are, we'll definitely do it.
Well, we could just sit around and talk about stuff. Like, so anyways, I combed my hair today.
It only works for Al if he doesn't have to buy new stuff.
I don't care. Hey man, I can illegally download stuff. Right. No, I'm joking. Hey,
you want to know what I'm looking forward to doing next year? Huh?
What?
So next year, there's a couple things I'm looking forward to. I heard from my main man, Wolf Warner, that he's bringing back his Wednesday night show. So I'm looking forward to that next year. And I hope to do a show next year.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-oh.
Around middle of February, late March, early March.
Bingo?
I have no clue yet.
Okay.
I'm not invited. I'm fired from.
Is that time frame specific to your idea?
I feel like it gives me plenty of time to flesh out an idea and come up with a format and structure.
All right. Cool.
But it has to involve my 2 favorite loves. My wife, no. I say that because you never know when she's listening. No, but comic books and sports, maybe.
It's going to be about the Super Pro? Is that what's going to happen? Super Pro!
No. I mean, if they made new books.
Big space and put it on the Super Pro's body, the picture. If you guys know what Super Pro is.
I have no idea, but it's something. I've learned that I read a lot of different stuff. I read a lot of different stuff that most other people around here do, or at least they don't talk about it.
Okay. So that aligns with. I mean, you can do your own thing, but that aligns with what kind of my mission is to get books more exposure that aren't being talked about.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
People don't like your books.
Just pulled a hangnail. That hurt.
Wow.
So yeah, let me know how I can help.
Oh yes, it'll be on your channel.
Okay, cool. I could use.
You're gonna be on your channel. Okay.
Yeah, I want to get them up there with them Learn Without Fear numbers.
Comics on the Mind just named your show.
The Very Big Super Sports Show. I like that title.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir.
You're gonna own something.
Or the Coach Vic Super Sports Show. You can have me on. I'll talk about wrestling, and people are like, that's not a sport.
Wrestling is athletic. I'll count as a sport.
Take some training. They keep track of wins and losses.
I mean, Goldberg went 150-0. Goldberg.
I'll be on there talking about. I only talk about AEW though because I'm an AEW mark. So.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm thinking about doing. I just thought about it. I want to do a comic. I actually am starting to work on a comic strip for another. Like someone suckered me into doing a comic strip for them, but I still want to do comic strips for myself. You know, so. If people bug me enough, I might actually be like, yeah, I'll do it. You know, it's like when someone asks you to take out the trash. You're like, okay, and it's been piling up. You got a big old mound of trash. He's like, I'm getting to it. I'll do it next week. You know, and you intentionally don't take it out just because you know they're gonna miss getting it. That's what I do sometimes. So anyway,
all right. Anything else to talk about the hit on for 2020 or looking forward to 2021?
Oh, well, let's see, 2020. We got Wonder Woman coming up next week.
Man.
we got all those movies announced, all those TV shows announced for. Hey, wait a minute. Do we have another one of these inside of 2020?
No.
This is the last one of 2020?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the Bon Voyage?
That's why we're looking back at 2020 because this is our last episode of 2020.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad it's over. This is the biggest mistake I ever made.
I'm sure it is.
Can't get out of it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Comics on Mine will follow up and make sure you're doing those comic strips.
Uh-oh. What happened? I'll do something.
Comics on Mine, be sure to follow Al on Instagram.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on there somewhere.
You are for sure. All right. Well.
Oh, Al, by the way, I felt dirty the other day because my wife wanted me to get her a T-shirt. I said, okay. And she told me what T-shirt was. It was a Hamilton T-shirt. I said, so where I get this at? She said, you got to go to T-Public. I'm like, oh. Like, I can't get anything there without being the house stuff.
Oh, you have my your permission. I have permission. You do what you need to do. I don't want you getting in trouble with the missus. But you need to buy one of my things at the same time.
Bye 2020. Got trips on the way out.
I'm making a Coach Vic shirt next, and then
I have to buy 2 of those.
it's gonna be him saying,
You haven't got the Brown Hornet shirt yet, have you?
sports.
All right. Well, we'll wrap this show up and we'll wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to both my compatriots here. And we'll sign off. Remember, keep your priorities straight. Faith, family, comic books. We'll see you next time, guys.
All right, that's a minute.
Oh, I'm looking forward to getting a haircut.